One of manufacturers I was personally working with have this struggle, artificial intelligence adoption, especially on a manufacturing plant. And the problem was that the delivery time between the machines and the signal and the computer could reply with regulating the machine diagnostics and things that influence the manufacturing process, there was too much delay. So what's the solution here is? It's an edge computing. Edge computing essentially is the computer that sits on the manufacturing floor and gets the data from IoTs, from the sensors and other devices installed in or on manufacturing processes and manufacturing elements on the process, machines and other devices and equipment, and algorithms that are in the cloud. If you have an edge computing that sits on the floor in a factory, that time is minimized up to 60, 70%. So the speed between having that loop going on, so sending signal and receiving the signal, might be under 90, 80 milliseconds, which is extremely fast. So the good manufacturing process should be before 30 and 100 milliseconds for the reaction time. That means that if you bake in a product, let's say snack, that's enough time loop to control the machine so AI can send the signal to, for instance, lower or increase the temperature of baking. So edge computing, how that works? It's in hardware, software, and data. So hardware might be any hardware that meet the criteria of the AI model. AI model might be the pre-installed AI model from the BERT categories, the small language models that are dedicated, for instance, to process data in terms of finding anomalies that will sit on that computer. Or it might be large language model from the open source family like Meta or Google or Microsoft, depends on the need. And then the infrastructure goes like to data. So that edge computing is having a data on the computer, which means that except for cybersecurity, which is a different topic, that data sits and it's extremely fast pace availability data. So that means that the AI model can pull up the data in a very fast pace, which means there is no delay on that installation. So edge computing is the solutions for those companies that the manufacturing is so sensitive when it comes to final determination of the results, like temperature or humidity or moisture or precision, when everything needs to be up to millimeters or inches, and that relies on the fast data loop. So in this case, my customer increased that speed up to 70%, just putting edge computing in place. And that's something that can be done with company resources, meaning specialists like operators, like manufacturing plant managers, like machinery lines managers and optimizers, like these people. Then technology company that provides edge computing services, an AI manager or somebody who's looking after the flow, making sure that all connections are in place. So that's the solution for those that wants to increase the precision, which influence by up to 30, 40, even 50% on the waste factor, which means if the precision and the speed is higher, there's less waste on the end of the process.